What is a football match without Mastoriam Chiwoko? Welcome back to Afrik Football. This will be our Zambian football myths video. And please remember to subscribe and like this video, cause this really helps the page. In this video, we'll look at the top 5 popularly known Zambian football myths. And to keep this video fun, we will not be debunking any myths today, cause that'll be a video for another day. Our number 5 myth is that you need to be able to do a backflip to be a national team striker. The backflip is one of Zambia's trademark celebrations, and so it has become a common notion among the Chipolopolo fans that the national team striker selection is based on, firstly, one's ability to do a backflip, and secondly, one's ability to actually score. And with the recent track record of some aerodynamic strikers such as Christopher Katongo, Emmanuel Mayuka, and currently Patson Daka, this myth seems to be very plausible. Our fourth entry on the list is a bit more bizarre, and it says that players and coaches spend nights at the graveyard. This myth hinges on the total acceptance of traditional and spiritual beliefs in the Zambian footballing circles. It is mostly associated with the Coca-Cola Provisional Tournament, which is an inter-school tournament held annually. This pre-match ritual is said to be widespread, and the main reason for the team sleeping at the graveyard is to appease the traditional spirits, which in turn help them in the tournament games. But this myth leaves us with a few questions. Seeing that it is said that majority of the teams do this ritual, how much appeasing does one need to actually win a tournament? And what exactly are the team's abilities before the ritual and after the ritual? We would definitely like to hear from you on how you think this works. Do drop us a comment. Our third entry is a common story passed around the stadium by the tipsy, overly enthusiastic Chipolopolo fan. Word on this myth is that during the halftime break of a particular national team match, one player left to use the bathroom and his teammate tried to secure some magic spray from his bag. And to his surprise, he discovered a live snake in his teammate's bag, which startled him. Upon confronting the owner of the bag, the owner decided to unveil the bag in front of other players as to clear his name. And to no avail, there wasn't a snake in his bag. And to date, this story is still making its rounds, and each rendition has a multitude of player names who are believed to have had the snake in their bag. Do tell us in the comments who you have heard to have been the snake charmer. And if you're enjoying this content, please remember to subscribe for more. The myth taking the second position is one that has an odd effect on the team. This myth states that a player used Juju for his national team assignment, and it had the adverse effect of making him the last player to score in a match. In recent history, during the period immediately after the 2012 AFCON, the national team had a couple of games in which they were only able to score a few goals. And to the fans' dismay, they outraged stating that the informed striker was suspected of possessing such mystic power, because after scoring his single goal, the waterworks ran dry. This myth got so out of hand that it was rumored that FAS had to address the allegations. This is one interesting myth, but we asked ourselves, is it really that bad if a player scored first and secured an Italy-style win? And the number 1 entry on our list is the most popular and ever-trending story of Kafwanayo. According to fan folklore, the Zambian national team had a legendary goalkeeper who in a game against Zaire had to battle the mystic power of Juju from the opponents. It is said that as the match progressed, Kafwanayo first saw the ball turn into a lion, prompting him to move away, allowing a goal. Then at a later point, the ball transformed into a huge train charging towards him. Kafwanayo at this moment could not stand Zambia losing and thought to himself he could brave this wizardry, but he couldn't and allowed a second goal. After the second goal, there was a fan outroar, and Kafwanayo got to the realization that only he could see the wizardry. And in the second half, when the ball was directed at him for a third, Kafwanayo decided he was going to make a save, but this time he saw multiple sharp knives charging towards him. He caught the ball shouting, "Kafwanayo!" Then he fell to the ground with the ball in his hand and died on the spot. That's where he got the name Kafwanayo. Really crazy myth. We all have heard of this legendary goalkeeper, but what was his real name? Leave us a comment on who he was, and remember to subscribe. This has been Afrik Football. See you in the next one.